Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here today for what will be episode 9 of the Bangcast. I'm, of course, Gregor Guy, depending upon how you know me, joined here by Mr. Coz and Mr. Casey. How you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
Pretty good? How you doing today?
It's a good day.
It's a good day? I don't know. It looks pretty cold outside.
Well, in here it's a good day.
Fair enough.
If you're out there, it'd be a bad day.
It's getting better as Ken goes on.
Alright, so we are going to do the Bangcast a little differently here this particular week. We're just going to, sit here, we're going to play some cards and talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
Put 'em.
Did you count them?
No.
Well, I'm going to have to move here.
Well, you're going to be off camera.
I'm not off camera, but...
Yeah, you are.
Alright, fuck it. Am I off camera now?
Well, probably.
I don't give a shit.
I'm a mouse.
Did you cut 'em? Alright.
Even though you just put the same cards back on top.
Here, cut them again.
Okay, what are we playing? Go fish? What?
Yeah, go fish. We're playing, poker.
5 card, 7 card. Hold 'em?
Yeah, hold 'em.
Hold 'em? Okay.
Let's do a little thing where the camera can see the cards.
He's got you.
What?
He's gonna have to try to not let any of us see it. Right in the middle.
I mean, don't look. We gotta find a better way to do this.
Yeah, not a whole lot of thought process when
I didn't
we do
even
this,
look at my own
apparently.
cards. And we don't have any chips, so we're not really betting anything.
Yeah.
Alright. It's not that fun when you're not betting. Is it really? We need chips or something. We're just having fun here.
I didn't suspect it was going to work out that well.
Somebody knows everything.
I think what you need is another drink.
Maybe. Alright, there's your dropper here. We got a 4 of diamonds, a jack of diamonds, and an ace of clubs. So if I had anything to bet with, does anybody have any cash in their wallets? I do. No? Nobody has cash. Alright. I was just trying to throw something out there that we could bet.
Coins? We can use dimes. I don't know.
Do you have a jar of coins somewhere? Nobody has a jar of coins anywhere?
I think so.
Alright, well, we're screwed. We'll plan better in the future here.
I'll bet you a mustache for one of your mustache waxes.
I'll bet you this hammer. I'll bet you this hammer right here. Hammer versus mustache. What are you betting?
I'm folding.
You're folding? Alright. Guys out. Alright. So, I bet the hammer, so we're both in. Just flip the card. Alright. If you had anything of value, would you be betting?
If I didn't have anything of value, would I be betting?
Well, it's the same. It's the same thing because we don't have anything of value. Because if you're betting, I'm folding.
3M.
3M. All right.
You're folding?
Yeah, I didn't have anything.
He bluffed him with the hammer.
I bluffed him with a hammer. He's got a hammer now. There you go. Here's your hammer.
That's what I always want. The handle's gone.
It's what I always wanted. I don't think I can really shuffle right now. My hand's still cold.
So who's got anything going on? I mean, I was supposed to have surgery this upcoming Tuesday, but
Why'd they push that back?
the University of Maryland canceled all elective surgeries for the month of January. So if anybody doesn't know, I don't mind everybody knowing that I'm having. I have a gallstone, and I'm getting my gallbladder taken out. So I really have to watch what I eat. I can't eat greasy foods, dairies, sweet foods, leafy foods. It swells up, and I have like very bad pain in my stomach.
It said it feels like sandpaper.
Yeah, it feels like sandpaper, like grinding on your inside your stomach.
You didn't flip a card.
Huh? Well, I mean, see now don't you do 3, right?
No, you have to. Well, first you're supposed to get your 2 cards because I fucked up the first time. You're not actually.
I don't know.
supposed
It's
to
been a
flip
while
cards.
since I played poker.
Yeah. So basically you get your 2 cards. You look at your 2 cards and you put a bet. Normally there's a small blind and a big blind. So somebody would bet like 400. The small blind would bet 200, and then the other person wouldn't bet anything.
Right, but we don't have any chips. Right?
We don't have any chips. But this is just, I mean, I'm sure most people know how to play poker, but this is how Texas Hold'em is. I watch a lot of cards on YouTube. I don't know if anybody else does.
Where's your sunglasses?
What you want me? Well, you have to wear. Basically, a lot of people they cover their face like this and they wear sunglasses because they have tells.
This would have been a good one to wear your cowboy hat with.
And professionals, they'll watch you, and if you're famous, they'll watch your videos and stuff, and they will find your tells, and they'll get you. A lot of it's gut feeling, but a lot of gut feeling. I mean, just in most cases, a lot of gut feelings based on knowledge and intuition that you've had in the past. If we were betting, I would definitely, I'd match the whatever's on the table. I'd be in. You're putting your hammer back on the line.
Just put the hammer back on the line.
I got this pencil. I'll match your hammer with a pencil.
I was gonna go with the pencil.
You're gonna go.
You got your special pen.
Here's a screwdriver. There you go.
Screwdriver. There we go. Can we not put it on where I'm putting the cards? Though?
All right.
And not keep putting my hammer on top of my laptop.
Well, it's not like we have an actual poker table going on here. We're on a.
All right. So anyway, now we're going.
Now we flip all the cards. Oh, 2 sevens. 7 of hearts, a 7 of clubs, and a 3 of spades. I'm still in. I'd bet it. I'd bet this pad that we have.
Oh, that's a good one.
There's a pad. Yeah,
I'm holding on that.
There's a lot of pieces of paper in that pad. I'll tell you.
Good one. That's a good one. I'll match you with my pad.
Oh, double pad. We're double padding here.
Double pad. Sure. Alright, so here we go. Next one.
Alright, we got 8 of diamonds, 3 of spades, 7 of clubs, and 7 of hearts. I'm still liking it. I'm liking it a lot.
Are you upping the pot?
I am up in the pot.
Or are you checking?
Nope, I'm up in the pot with another pad here. I got another random pad of paper.
Another
here.
pad? Well, I will see your pad and I will raise you my pen.
Oh, the pen!
Oh.
He's giving the pen, the whole thing, the whole pen.
He's all in now.
That's a raise.
That's a raise.
Well, here's some football. Here's some football
there is
picks
nothing
for
more
you
valuable
to
around
match.
here.
I'm calling your pen with that.
Okay.
All right, one more card to go.
Yep. Here we go. There it is.
2 of hearts.
It's 2 of hearts.
All right. There's a sticker right here.
Okay.
I'll raise you this sticker.
All right.
Bam.
I will.
Here's some trash.
I will see you sticking with more trash.
All right. That's a call?
That's a match. I mean, yeah, I'm calling there.
All right. King high.
2 pair.
Ah.
Big pot. Big
got
pot.
me.
Big pot.
Look at all that. Look at all that
Look,
stuff.
he tried to bluff with a king high. lucky guy.
I knew he was bluffing the way he was talking a couple times.
see. The problem is that there's no actual loss.
Dude, you should have been out as soon as I put the pen in. You should have known better.
There's no actual loss.
Known better.
Now all he's got is his belt over there.
Got a whole table. What are you talking about? I'm just at the table on the table.
The thermos.
All right, I'm gonna go. Oh, fuck me. All right, I'm gonna go make another drink.
See what happens when you straddle the table.
I feel like we're like three hobos sitting on the.
Here's my can. I bet you half this cigarette, but I'm actually going to find it to be interesting if he goes in with his vape at some point in time.
Yeah, right. He does put it in pocket.
100%, dude. 100%. Get fucked. Get fucked.
All right, so you had something wrong with your hand, didn't you?
Yeah.
Hands.
Yeah. I broke my hand on Halloween.
Right. Yeah, we were all there for it.
Yeah.
So what's going on with that?
And, just to prove how committed I am to this, I recorded the podcast after the hand was broken.
Alright, so hang on, I need to cut you off, but
Don't show
we're
a card
not
yet.
going to look at it and then.
You have to look at your cards, see what your cards are right now. Show it to the camera. Alright. You recorded the podcast. How long you been out of work?
At this point in time, a little over 2 months. I'm in occupational therapy. I just went to the doctor at the beginning of this week, and he's written me out until at least the end of January, so the end of the month. I mean, everything's improving, everything and whatnot. When I came out of the brace originally, it was I couldn't move these two fingers at all
Right.
on the end, and it makes sense because you can still see where it broke, like right there.
Right.
Is it purple or anything?
The bone was actually.
Yeah, it looks way better.
The bone was actually broken. Was it like the knuckle actually broken, or was
No,
it?
it was the bone. I think they call it like a metacarpal. Or
Right.
don't quote me on that. I'm not a doctor. But when I went to the ER originally, they didn't want to show me the X-ray
Right.
because the bone was actually side by side with with the rest of the bone, and they had to. They refer to it as manipulate it back into place. So
Right.
basically, they slid it back up, and that hurt a little bit. So.
All right. So let's go to the hand now. So basically, I'll do the next hand, but you don't really actually show a card until you see your cards.
Right,
And
and
then
then
you
you
bet
flip three.
And then you flip three.
Yeah, I was going to say there was three. I don't know why we didn't.
Well, right. Well, I'll do it right then on the next hand, and then
Well, we can
basically.
still do it right now.
Well, no, because you weren't supposed to show the first card. I screwed up the first time. So it's not you. It's not you. It's me.
Yeah, you forgot how to play poker.
It's not you. It's me.
Alright, so
All right. So basically, you would look at your hand and be like, I got something. I feel like I got something. I got a chance for something. I wish I didn't see that first card, but I would. I'm in. So if I had something, I wouldn't fold. All right. We just should have like little scraps of paper. We should just make like little scraps of paper or something.
I did bring in a little bit of change. You don't have any scrap change in your fucking car?
I probably do, but I don't feel like going out there and getting it right now. We'll have next time we decide to do this. I'll bring actual
Just
chips.
pennies. We just need pennies.
Well, I don't know what I have in my car, to be honest with you. So basically, I'm in. I'm in on this hand.
Right, but I understand that's how the thing's played. Or we just say a coin's a coin.
A coin's a coin.
Coin's a coin. Okay.
So okay, we're all in on
Doesn't
this.
matter whether it's penny, nickel, dime.
So now you would flip 3 cards. Just you already have one out, so
Let's do two.
yeah, just do 2. One more.
Like what you see?
All right. So right now we have 9 of hearts, 8 of clubs, and a 9 of spades laying out. So he's betting. So basically, okay. Also, how it works is that the person after that shuffles.
Right. So it would be the bet would be.
So the bet would be.
Do you want that as a bet?
And knowing that you're going to bet, I'm going to fold.
Well, yes, but I'm going to match and state.
All right. One more card out. We have the Ace of Clubs. So 9, 8,
Pretty sure that's
9,
a diamond.
8. Yeah, or diamonds. I'm sorry.
Ace of clubs.
This would be way easier if we had a second camera. I'm just brainstorming.
I'm going to check.
He's checking. Are you betting or checking?
I'm gonna bet.
All right.
I'll match.
Greg's matching.
Match.
All right. One more card. Last card. The fifth card out here is a 4 of spades. 9, 8, 9, ace, 4 spades.
I'm also going to check again.
Checking.
I'll check.
Checking. All right. So you show your cards.
Got 2 pair.
I got 2 pair. Yours is high.
9s is 8s. Bam.
All right. Yep. 2s. 8s beat 2s. So guy wins this hand. Guys, we're winning a lot of hands. He's on a roll right now.
I'm racking it up.
You know what it is?
I'm racking all the trash up.
It's all that Red Dead.
Dude, I played a lot of poker in Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot, dude.
Every time I talk to you, it's, yeah, I play poker.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun.
Also, if you don't have a dealer, the person beside you should cut the cards. Also, so great guy cut almost all the hands.
Well, I mean, yeah, we've just been going down the
Right.
line.
All right. So I heard you are you on a job search? Is that
Yeah, I gotta get. I'm probably a warehouse job.
warehouse job?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, which I mean.
Yeah, you look
do
at any
wanna say-
places in particular.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't
well,
say
I-
the company names, but are they around your area or?
I put one in a warehouse with the letter A.
No, Sid.
So I mean,
Is it in a prime location?
It is.
well, so what do you? What is the job description?
I was trying to have another comeback to that.
What are the job descriptions that you're basically looking for?
I have a certificate for forklifts, so I'll probably just do a
Okay.
forklift.
Right. But it's been my experience that most companies still, require their own specific certification.
To an extent, yeah. But I mean, it just gets you in the door faster.
Yeah. I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Like if I'll probably be higher on the list than somebody that doesn't have a
Right.
certificate.
So since I dealt, you would be big blind, you would be small blind.
You're right, but I mean, I don't think we should do blinds unless you want to actually.
Well, I mean, if we had actually chips, we're at a later date, I'm gonna bring chips, and then we're gonna play. We're gonna do this right.
Right, but yes, don't expect this every week.
Right.
Ken's like, yeah, podcast every week.
It could be fun.
Poker.
You remember those games we had over at our friend's house? We had a couple like poker games over there.
Yeah, I put the poker games together.
Those were always fun.
Right.
Was it you?
Yeah, I'm the one that put it all together. Because I mean, if it wasn't for me, there wouldn't have been a fire pit outside. So basically, this is what we did. I'd throw a poker party. I'd invite a whole bunch of people at the local bar that we go to, and I'd buy some hamburgers and hot dogs and some stuff. We had a full bar. It wasn't a full bar when we started. Basically, it was bring your own beer, bring your own liquor, whatever you want to drink, bring it. And basically, whatever you didn't drink or didn't get consumed got left behind. So we had a beer full of fridge from past parties and stuff. We had a whole I bought some of it too, and some of the other. I had 3 other friends that lived there also. They brought their own, bought some of their own alcohol. So we basically had a full bar going. I did buy.
It got to the point where there was a lot of stuff up on that shelf.
Yeah, I did buy a lot of the mixers that we would use, the sodas and stuff like that. Also, the owner of the house, our friend George, I don't care.
Shout out George.
Yeah, my friend George would buy a lot of the mixers. And
Sounds
then
like an iteration of old school.
It was just a party. I mean, I don't. That's how all parties work.
That's an old school.
But we weren't a fraternity.
No, we weren't a fraternity. We would have a poker game. I don't remember what the buy-in was. Was it like $50 or something?
Yeah, it was
like
like 50.
And then we'd normally have probably like 13, at least 13 people, 15, 13 people, something like that. And then we'd play a game of poker, and then after we'd get drunk afterwards.
Or sometimes during.
Or during, yeah. I definitely got drunk. Definitely that third game where I had a flush in my hand and I laid it down like an idiot. I was pretty freaking hammered, and that was on the last hand of the game too, where I would have won.
What was the pot?
I don't know. I mean the pot was just all the chips and stuff like that, but I think the overall, if say we had $50 per person.
Right. Let's say we had 12 people.
Oh, so the winner just got
600.
No. Third place got their money back. Second place got double their
third.
money, and then the first place would get got the rest.
So basically, like $450.
Yeah. So it would be a good amount. I don't know if I showed my cards or not, but there's my cards.
I know I did.
Big blind. Your
It's to me?
Yeah,
I'm checking.
Check. Small blind, you'd have to put something in to continue. But and then
Elon
that
Musk,
would be
if you're out
number
there, let me know if you're developing a time machine.
time machine. Yeah, I'll hop in that motherfucker. That's for sure.
the mustache and the beard.
You mean you don't want to go back to like 1200 so you can have a chainmail?
Sure, why not?
Okay, all right. Think about this.
If I went to war, I would rather go to a war where everybody had knives and swords than guns.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get shot from like a million miles away, but from some guy I never seen. I want somebody one-on-one, show up and let's do it.
Okay. Yeah. The
Face
question.
to face.
The question that I was about to propose was this: if you could pick any point in time in history to go back to, if time machine was a real thing, when would it be?
I would want to live personally in my opinion, close to caveman days.
Oh, yeah.
I want to hunt with spears and bows and where they got those little curved things they put the spears into so they could throw
I
them
think they're
farther
called
and
like
faster.
an auto waddle or.
You talking about like the Australian boomerang things?
No. He's talking about those little.
So they got these
basically
like,
how they created the cross.
yeah, it's got like an arm on it. It's kind of like a ladle. You think about a ladle,
yeah,
right?
And you throw like
stick,
a rod,
and the end of a
Yeah,
spear fits into it, and you can launch it and throw it further and faster. Obviously, back in those days, you don't live probably past the age of 25 to 30 years old, but those are like the more basic. That's the more. If I could go back in time and live in an age, that's where the age that I would live in.
You wouldn't necessarily also have to worry about losing weight.
That's true because you're running after your food all the time,
All the
chasing
time.
it
For
down.
miles.
And you're traveling from one part of your world to another part of the world, just following your prey.
And at that point, depending on what time period, you might be fucking the Neanderthals.
Maybe what?
Humans and Neanderthals.
Well, I mean,
Things
that's
are-
going into like an evolutionary discussion.
Yeah, things are just much more basic and much more primal, more of a primal time.
That's true.
Well, where would you, if you got your time machine, would you go to the future or past, or what do you think?
Okay, well, no, I was talking about the past in general, but I didn't even think about the future.
I don't even want to live in the future, to be honest with you.
It may be primal.
I mean, that's possible.
I mean,
If somebody sets off a good, what are those, UMP? Is that what it's called?
EMP.
EMP? I'm sorry, UMP.
Electromagnetic.
An EMP and shuts down everything? I'll be good.
that'd be good.
I'll be good. Yeah, fuck it.
I mean,
Okay, I mean the real question would be, how many times could you use this time?
once.
If you can only use it once,
Once.
that's it.
Right.
To go where you're going, that's it.
I would probably go back to 1773 specifically.
What happened in 1773?
Well, the Declaration
I
was
would
in
know
1776.
yes, but I would start. I would make this country.
He wants to be
I would
president.
assist in the creation of the United States of America.
He wants an old oil painting.
You want to sign the Declaration of Independence?
I mean,
Guy.
right?
As soon as he got-
No last name or anything. It's just a guy.
Over John Hancock.
Could you imagine if John Hancock was just from the future and he took a time machine and was like, I'm gonna make sure everybody knows my name. Woo! Just writes it big straight across the whole.
Right, and then on top of that, or over top of that, even bigger, guy. I mean, granted, they did a lot. They did a lot of things right, when that happened and everything. But at the same point in time, they left it a little too open to interpretation.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, you have it's like being like Captain Hindsight. You're like, they thought they wrote it the best that they could for freedom,
for the
the
time.
freedom and
Yeah,
rights for the people,
Yeah.
and not knowing what the future holds.
Right. They
There's
should have
gaps.
defined,
You would think they
stuff a little more.
but they can't foresee the things that. Look at how far we've progressed in that short amount of time. The real problem isn't that they wrote it wrong. They wrote it right because it's lasted for a very long time.
Agreed.
The real problem is that we can't agree on the things that we need to do
Well,
to
I
amend the
don't-
Constitution
Right.
to fix the problems that we have today.
Right, and on top, that's also a lot of what's a good way to put it? The rate at which the world is progressing, and technology in particular, and everything is progressing. It makes difficult. Makes for a difficult situation just to keep up.
Well, actually at this point there is no keeping up with it because the all artificial intelligence that we're creating today is learning at an unheard of rate, and at this point, it's my personal opinion that it's going to take over the information, if it hasn't already, the information that we see on a day-to-day basis, and control our lives by studying and understanding human conduct.
So is Skynet going to happen?
It's not going to happen the way that you think it's going to happen.
Right. I mean, not obviously
we're not going to go to war with machines.
You don't think so?
No, we're not. It's not going to be. If there's going to be any kind of war, it's going to be between control and not control. I'm trying to. I'm probably saying this completely wrong, and I'm going to tell you what I mean by it. There's going to be people that are just going to go along with it, and then there's going to be people that are just going to resist it. There's resistance people,
Conformists.
and there's conformists. Which basically in all things throughout history, there's been people all that
you
way.
have the
all
free thinkers, independent thinkers.
right.
And then you have
I
majorities
like
always
to make
been-
my own decisions, and there's people that just want to make decisions that make their life comfortable.
I think that's
fair
the key
enough.
word right there, comfortable. Is that
And in order to resist an artificial intelligence controlling every part of your life, you're going to have to be in the resistance part.
but it won't be the majority. That's the problem.
It's definitely
Majority's gonna
a majority is just going to do whatever they're told, just so nobody bothers them.
That's fair. When would you go to? I'm curious to hear this.
I would go to gladiatorial days.
Do you want to be a gladiator, or you just want to watch
Absolutely.
gladiators? You want to be a gladiator.
Yeah. Just because I think, or any time in general, but I'm just picking.
You
that.
can be a gladiator right now. Like, what do you think the UFC is?
Yeah, but that's controlled. Like the gladiators, like it's controlled, but you can do whatever the fuck you want in there. Like UFC people aren't chopping arms off and dying in glory.
Well, I haven't done a history. I do know a little bit about the history of gladiators, but yes, they did fight, and yes, they did kill each other. But
It depended on.
when you got your it depends on up and down. Yes, but a majority of gladiatorial fights did not end in death.
Right, because they wanted them to fight again. They found bones of, I think it was a leg bone or something, where like people would just beat the bone back into place with a stone or something. They had like pieces of bone.
And you have to think about it. If you're a gladiator fighting against another gladiator, maybe the crowd does have a bloodlust, but
The emperor's
you
having a bad
think
day.
about two football players, right? Most football players don't want to kill the other person that they're up against. They want to hurt them. They want to knock them down and make themselves look good. But at the same time, so think about two gladiators. They're fighting. Neither of them want to die. I'm sure
But they want to go out in glory.
I'm sure there's some. Yeah,
To an extent. Like I don't want to get old, right?
right.
Like football players, almost all football players, unless they get like an extreme head injury or something.
But there is a certain line of respect between the two of you.
Yeah. The fight was respectful to an extent, unless they released like lines
Right.
or they had the naval combat crazy shit.
Yeah. So unless either person hated each other, which I imagine that most of them have never
So
actually
they
met
live with each other.
Right. But they respect each other to a certain extent, and they want to do it. Most of them most likely want to do it professionally, and
You still got to go out.
you still got to go. Yeah, you still got to go out and fight, but you don't really want to. And most people don't. Most people do not want to kill another person.
In today's world, and still there's still.
I think in almost all worlds, I think most of the time you actually kill somebody is a life and death situation.
A gladiator,
Like in a
life-
war, for example, you're just trying to survive. You're just doing whatever you have to survive. In a gladiatorial thing, in a controlled, it is somewhat of a controlled environment. You don't want to actually kill the other person. If you have them down and beaten, do you actually just want to finish them off and kill them?
Well, they're. I don't want to say morals, but morals were different back then. Like killing was, they could do it in a second, without a second thought back in the day.
I don't believe that. I think morals do change and have changed, obviously, and I mean that's what all the. I don't want to get into the whole cancel culture thing and how morals.
I think you do. I wouldn't get it.
No, I don't because it's stupid. And personally, in my opinion, you can't judge somebody on the past from the morals standards of today. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like back in the day, killing somebody wasn't as bad as people.
It was always just as bad.
No, because we're just animals.
Right. Well, I mean,
That's
at
the way
the
they
same
look
point in
at
time, the moral standards of today are.
Well, now it's
They're ever changing today.
nowadays you say a word that offends somebody.
Yeah.
It's like.
Well, I mean,
Hey, you know what? It'll be totally different tomorrow.
well,
Totally
here's
different the day after.
here's
Totally
also
different,
here's
week down the
also
road.
here's also the same.
Oh, you're not gonna bribe them with something to put the phones back in.
Anybody have any questions for me? My question time.
Your question time.
My question time.
You don't feel important enough.
No, we're going down. I'm trying to go into the circle here where we're all asking each other kind of questions. And we're not like 100% concentrating. We're just having like fun together, and then we're just going around having questions and talking to each other. I want to try to make it as free flowing as we can, and not as forced. But
Sounds kind of forced.
I mean, it's a little bit forced.
My turn.
I'm trying something different, you know. I'm just trying a little something. Different.
Yeah. Like I said, we're just doing something a little different here this week. We'll see how it works. You know, There's nothing wrong with that. I believe that's your cut, there, Chief.
Well, at least
Are you dying to tell us something?
no.
Okay. Are you ever going to use that mustache wax?
Well, that is actually a good question. It's
I
really,
think that is a great question.
I'm going for more of like a rugged look. I don't really want it to seem like it's planned or it's like as by design. I just kind of want to let it grow and then just be like rugged. I don't want to twist. I don't want to make it thin.
Pirates used to do it.
So, in other words, no. Is kind of what I got.
Yeah, no is really the answer. I'm not into like shaping or hairstyling or any of that kind of stuff. I like to make it the way I want it and then just have it be like rugged looking.
With wax in it?
I'm not putting wax in it though.
At least got to do it.
I used wax the one time during the Christmas party. And a lot of times that people tell me...
And also, yeah, I believe you use it wrong, too.
Yeah,
Incorrectly,
I don't know how
rather.
to use it anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta...
You always
like,
put wax in your goat beard.
Well, I like it.
That
I
you're
like it
trying
be
to
rugged.
fucking mimic him with?
No,
too,
I
as
just need
well?
to shave that off. It's just been there for a while. I usually just have this here.
I think it looks more like a mimic. It seems like he was trying.
No.
It's weird. Do you like have like a bottom mustache, kind of like, but it's like a bare skin. Look into the camera.
A bottom mustache?
Yeah, it looks like a smiley face or
I don't
something.
understand what you're saying.
Did you shave like in here, or is it just not grow like right here in this area? The hair.
Oh, I kind of see what you're saying now.
A smiley face right here?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, between like your little patch up here and what you got down there.
Oh,
it's
right
like,
here?
like
Yeah,
nothing.
you gotta shave this a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, you did shave that on
You
purpose.
can't fucking let it... It looks stupid.
I agree.
There you go, you heard it here first. You look dumb.
Well,
I didn't say that.
At least I don't look like a rapist.
Is that what you
Oh, yeah.
Last time I did my beard, my actual like shaped beard, he said I looked like a rapist.
I vaguely remember that.
Only you ever said I look like a rapist. Anybody with a beard apparently is a rapist.
No, I
I
think.
don't know which one are we going here?
And then
I still stick by my stick.
I'm not a big fan of like if like something looks chiseled, like a chiseled type beard. You know what I mean? Like real thin lines.
Where you could tell
Like
that
it's not like natural lines on your face. I'm not a big fan of that.
All I care about is getting like the neck shit off because you look like a grizzly.
Right.
Yeah, I can't grow facial hair for shit, so I just... Yeah,
Guys, like, I'm exempt from this conversation.
well, no, I mean, I usually...
It looks like you can grow a mustache.
I told him
I
you
can
could
tell
grow a
right
mustache.
now you can grow a mustache. I can see the hair.
Right, I mean, yeah, but, I mean, the problem is that it would be a very short one, and then... I don't think it looks right on.
All right.
Yes, it does. Dude, it looks so right when you put that on. It matched.
Yeah, but I mean, the way my facial hair grows, it's never going to look like that.
Well, you can add this in. You can add this in too. One thing that I kind of found, and I don't think it's an age thing. I think it's like being around the people that you're around type of thing.
What do you mean?
Like
What are you talking about?
like when it comes to sexuality.
Go on.
Well, I'll wait till you're done. I'll wait till you're
Hold
done.
that thought.
All right.
Go on. I mean, I don't know where you're going with this, but
So we were going on this conversation earlier, and I don't know how to like flush it in, and you guys were interested in what I wanted to say about
Your sexuality.
about well,
That's what I call
kind
it.
of like sexuality, but I think so when like you have like a down sex drive, you know what I mean? And I think it has a lot to do with the people that you're around all the time. For example, like me and Guy, we both work around.
Gregor Guy, you can call me either.
We both work around a lot of men all the time, and the women that we are around aren't necessarily that attractive.
Most of the people,
But
watch.
they're not going to watch this. Nobody watches this, so we can say whatever we want. But anyways,
That's not getting good out of you.
I don't care. Anyways, so
It's
I've
actually being open now.
I've noticed.
We need to start getting you drunk every week.
I've noticed that when I work, different jobs that I work jobs where I work around people that I'm attracted to.
Women that you're attracted to?
Well, I'm only attracted to women, so that's obviously true. But when you are around those people, that like throughout the day, you have like your drive, and then the person that you're with. And I'm a monogamous person. I don't sleep with anybody other than the person that I'm with. Those people kind of can motivate you more in your physical life with your significant other. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say?
Not exactly.
I went to. You have fantasies about the attractive women at jobs,
Right.
and it turns you on, so you just fuck your significant other.
Right. So
So,
you
like, if
understand.
she's bending, if the hot girl at work was bending
Right.
over in the freezer,
Well,
That's
so
one way to put it.
so here's where I'm getting at. Once I left that job and I started working at another job where I'm not around people that I'm physically attracted to, my sex drive went down.
well, it doesn't even have to be work, dude.
Right, it doesn't have to be work. Maybe I could have gone to the gym, or maybe I could have gone to like a
Watch
bar
the
or
hot
something
girl
like
with the
that.
yoga pants.
Right. Well, maybe I could have done those things, but I was always exhausted after the things that I do also. So,
I instantly just thought of Billy Bob Thornton when he's sitting on the beach watching the volleyball girls.
Bad Santa, yeah. Great movie.
so do you guys kind of understand what I'm
I
saying?
understand a little more where you're coming from, but at the same point in time, you call yourself a monogamous person.
Right.
Sounds like
I just don't care. Whatever.
Right.
I think that being in an open relationship leads to happier people.
I disagree.
And I'm sure I'm in the majority on this, or in the minority. I apologize.
Right.
That's, yeah.
So you would be a swinger.
Not necessarily a swinger, like, look, let's say I was in a relationship with a woman, yeah, you go out and do what you want, I'll go out and do what I want.
But that wouldn't bother you if she's doing other things with other people?
It would eventually lead to jealousy at some point in time.
Maybe, but
There's statistics that show that.
possibly.
What about you?
For me,
Yeah, if you were with a woman, and then she offered an open relationship, how would you feel about that?
if she was bisexual,
If she was bisexual, it wouldn't matter to you. If she was doing it with another woman, what if she was spending more time with the other woman than you?
Wouldn't care. I wouldn't care personally.
I would just go find another woman.
Right. I mean, I don't mind my significant others having friends, but to do not something physical with them is out of the question. Like, I don't care if she spends time. She has like emotional attachments to other people and stuff like that. But physically, that is my.
Well, at the same point in time, how would you actually know?
Here's my
communication.
thing.
I mean,
Yeah, communication and being honest with each other. I am 100% honest with my significant other, whether it's a bad thing or a good thing, because it can be both. But I am 100% honest with them. I tell them what they think, whether it's something they like to hear or not, which probably Like I said, it's a bad thing and a good thing at the same time. But at least they know I'm being straightforward with them and that they can trust me.
And then you need a partner that's on the same wavelengths,
Right.
so to speak.
Well, that's with everybody though. There's two people that lie to each other their entire lives and live together for a very long time, just completely in Boston lies and stuff like that.
There's people that love drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're perfect for each other.
That's the one thing that I just can't stand.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
stand drama.
It drains my energy. Like,
Yeah.
That's why it's just like, hey, whatever. Go do whatever you want.
Right.
you're your own person.
I can do whatever I want. Every now and then, we'll come back to the same house at night. And then, whatever. We'll do whatever we want. If it even goes like that. That's my point.
Right.
I mean,
that's where I come from.
I've always had, like you said, open and communication, and all the girls that I've been with, some of them were batshit crazy, but they were at least open with me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I just got gangbanged, but...
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool, we're just friends now, because I'm...
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm at the point where I'm actually looking kind of more the more important things that I would be looking for is, first of all, I feel like somebody that has to get along with their parents. Because if I know they get along... If your parents should be... I mean, not saying that all parents are great or anything like that, but at least if she gets along with her parents, I know that she came from a good family.
A good stock.
Yeah, she came from a good family, and that she has the same ideals as they do.
So you like traditional.
I am a very traditional person, 100%. If I lived back in the 50s, I think I'd fit right in. Yeah. Who dealt? Did I deal?
I don't. So it's the cuz.
He's big blind, I'm small blind.
Okay. Look, big blind will use a big nut. Small blind will use a small nut.
Yeah, we should have divided them.
Well, I'll bring chips just for whenever. You're big blind. Don't fold. Check.
Check.
Last hand. Let's go in on it. I'm calling the big blind. So I'll take this. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Do your thing.
I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I'm in as well. So.
All right. So we call it the big blind.
Oh, 3 hearts.
3 hearts. Does everybody have a heart? If somebody's got a heart, they're looking good. Ooh.
Tough one.
I think he has a heart. I'm pretty sure.
I might not have a heart.
Oh, you went in with a coin?
2 coins.
2 coins.
2 coins.
2 coins.
2 more coins to match. Alright, you call. Oh my god, if somebody has 1 heart, they have a flush. By the way, I don't know if I called this that. It's 8 of hearts, 7 of hearts, 9 of hearts, 3 hearts. If somebody
That's
has
to you.
1 heart, it's a flush.
Did Ken put his bet in?
I folded.
He folded.
Oh, he put already?
Yeah. He gave up.
It's the last hand.
I understand it's the last hand, but I'd lose everything on this one because I got no hearts.
What,
I have
nuts
no
and
hearts.
bolts?
That's it, folks.
I'll raise you 3 screws. 1 screw.
I'll see you in 3 screws.
It's the face-off, ladies and gentlemen. The final hand of the day.
I am the tiger.
I'm out. I'm folding.
Oh, flipping the river?
It's up to you guys.
Flipping the river. There we go. We got
6 of clubs. Ace of hearts. 7 of hearts. 9 of hearts. 3 of hearts. 6 of spades. So there's also a point where there could be a straight as well. But
Best to you.
the straight's not going to help you against the flush, I'll tell you that much. And I know somebody here's got a flush.
I assume that is all in.
All in.
I will go all in and I will raise you my pen.
Oh shit! The legendary pen.
The legendary pen!
That just matches everything.
So everybody, you guys are both all in, whatever.
Yeah, all in, right? Okay.
Let's see what you got.
Flush. Oh, he got. Oh no,
No.
Yeah, I got him.
He got him.
10,
You got me.
10 higher than 5. Victory is mine.
More trash.
I would say that guy is the winner of the card game.
More trash. Yes, more trash everywhere. Jesus Christ.
No, it's just gonna be.
Let's
a
be
pile.
honest, most people's houses are full of trash anyway, so.
Anyway. So, all right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to bring this episode to an end, and this is a very different, very interesting kind of episode. Any final thoughts from anybody? Now that I have retained my pen.
I'll get that pen next time. Next time.
Yeah.
You know,
Wish in one hand and shit in the other. Let me know which one fills up first.
you know, if you ever bet that pen again, we're both gonna point the shit out of you.
I might have to,
Off
take you up
pen
on your
game?
ditch offer.
It was a fun day.
Yeah.
It was a fun day where we were just loose and free and do whatever we want, say whatever we wanted, get it off our chests.
Okay.
What did you
Kind
do
of
off your
like a
chest?
Cleveland Steamer. Anyway.
I mean, I don't have any Cleveland.
Just pick a
Anyway. Anyway, final thoughts? Anything? No.
No. Just
Like I said, different kind of episode here this week.
three friends
We'll see.
bullshitting.
Shooting the shit over a game of poker.
Yeah.
There you go. That will be episode
Oh,
9
Penelope watching.
of the Bangcast. I'm, of course, Greg Guy, joined here by Mr. Casey and Mr. Cuz, and, our associate producer, our new associate producer. Still very,
Is she
very,
still new?
very early in her role.
Is she still
Miss Penelope. Would you like to say anything, Miss Penelope? No? Okay. Fair enough. Anyway, thank you all for watching out there.